The New England Patriots, and we are definitely talking new with these Patriots. On to Cincinnati for week 1. Wait, that's not the right line anymore. The Bengals at home to start the new year off. Joe of the jungle, strong as he can be again.
We got it, baby. Oh, you gotta let it. 22, victory.
Burrow looking for a hot start, which would go a long way in putting his injury-plagued 2023 behind him. Watch out for that tree, Joe.
Big time drive. Let's go.
Burrow has Orlando Brown on his blind side. Pass protection was still a problem for them last year.
They're gonna get him and knock him down. They sack him back at the 49-yard line.
Burrow is fortunate. He doesn't have to deal with New England defensive tackle Christian Barmore. He's out recovering from a blood clot. He made it home 8.5 times last year.
And it ends with a sack and fumble. Christian Barmore has been a one-man wrecking machine this quarter.
Patriots don't really have any other obvious sack guys. Linebacker Jelani Tavai, nose tackle Devon Godshock, defensive end Keon White, all good against the run. Defensive end Dietrich Wise had 4.5 sacks a year ago. Linebacker Juwan Bentley blitzed his way to 4.5 as well.
Powell under pressure. Down he goes. Juwan Bentley.
If they don't hurry, Burrow makes it easy for him to find T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. Chase clearly his numero uno, his whiteout bottle found on the top shelf.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
He is 7'11".
Higgins, a rough 2023. Contract squabbles in the offseason has shown he's capable of being a one himself, though.
And it's caught by Higgins. What a sensational play.
Tag team battle then. T and Chase versus Jones Incorporated, with Christian Gonzalez playing the Jimmy Hart third member in this case. Gonzalez was a rookie last year, top 10 pick. He looked the part, too, before he got hurt.
Welcome to the NFL, Christian Gonzalez.
Marcus Jones, Jonathan Jones manning the other two cornerback spots for the Patriots. At safety, Kyle Duggar, Jabril Peppers. New England was tough on QBs in 2023. All the parts, for the most part, will be back again, too.
Stay locked in. This plays will be made out there. Stay locked in.
Bengals are debuting a new tight end in this game, Mike Gesicki. New Englanders know that dude. He was a Pat last year. And Zach Moss puts on the stripes for the first time after coming over from Indy. He takes the place of Joe Mixon at running back.
And it's a catch for a touchdown.
The run game should play a central role in New England's offensive game plan. New England will roll Ramondre Stevenson at Cincinnati's defense. He starts the year as the star of their O.
First down and more. Ramondre Stevenson.
New England also has Antonio Gibson to spell him. He was a Commander last year. Bengals shouldn't be an easy team to run on, though. They counter with linebacker buds Jermaine Pratt and Logan Wilson. Both dudes come off triple-digit tackle campaigns.
And Logan Wilson, that'll be his 10th career interception.
6 INTs between the two as well. They will help make things tough for Jacoby Brissett. Brissett beginning his second tour of duty with the Patriots. He beat out their prized draft pick for the job. Brissett is mobile. How often he needs to be depends on how the battle between his tackles and Cincinnati's defensive duet goes. Cincinnati's Sam Hubbard, the Robin of their dynamic duo, 6 sacks in 2023, and Trey Hendrickson, the Batman, nabbing 17.5 jokers.
Stafford will be swallowed up right on cue. It is Trey Hendrickson.
Brissett's options when he gets rid of it. Demario Douglas was their leader in yards and targets last year.
Put the ball out there and a great catch by Douglas.
Tight end Hunter Henry also has some street cred in New England's passing game. He led them in TD receptions.
Henry in the end zone makes the catch. Dives in! Touchdown!
Jalen Polk makes his debut. Pats picked up the wideout in the second round. And KJ Osborne makes his Patriots debut after spending the start of his career in Minnesota.
Cousins gonna loop one right. Caught!
Bengals secondary. New England faces off with cornerback Mike Hilton played the pass great. Cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt did too, then he got hurt. He's got upper management written all over him.
Picked off. Lunging interception, Taylor-Britt.
Bengals roll out 2 new safeties, sort of. Von Bell is back, former Bengal back after a year in Carolina. Geno Stone comes over from Baltimore off a 7-interception year.
It's intercepted. Geno Stone has done it again.
New England taking the field with a new head coach for the first time since Leo was king of the world and Cartman was being probed. New England's last 3 head coaches, by the way, Bill Belichick, Pete Carroll, Bill Parcells. No pressure, Gerard Mayo. Bunch of schlubs. A lot of them.
He said it. He doesn't want to be a player's coach. He doesn't care about that. He wants to be a good coach, and that's what matters.
Sure, the Jawas in the Nevada desert have deemed that this all equals the most tilted Week 1 matchup on the slate. What do you think? Get to work in the comment section already. Provide your keys, your predictions, your analysis maybe. That's not my bag, so I leave it to you. This is my bag. Same one as before, it's pretty sturdy. Game preview guy back to tee up games for you guys, back to tee up our panel of 10 who returns in full force to wrap these up. NFL football is back, baby. Let's get it. Arizona Cardinals fly east to begin 2024. Kyler Murray reset has been activated. Marvin Harrison Jr. ready for his close-up, Mr. DeVille. They're in Buffalo. Bills Mafia anxiously waiting to see what a digless, gabeless Josh Allen looks like. Yeah! Allen starts the year as the man in the locker room, like the man. The book on his game is well known. He can be turnover prone, but he's a dual threat monster.
It's a keeper by Allen, and he's going to sail into the end zone.
He isn't going up against a known quantity this week. Arizona's play versus the pass last year, pretty rough, but they're debuting two new cornerbacks, second-rounder Max Melton and free agent signee Sean Murphy-Bunting. He comes off a solid season in Tennessee. Second-year guy Garrett Williams rounds out their starting three. He showed a lot of promise in the games he got in as a rook.
And it is picked off. Garrett Williams comes up with the interception.
Allen will have to keep his eyes on Arizona's safety tandem as well. Jalen Thompson, 4 interceptions last year. Budda Baker made the Pro Bowl. Both gents especially relevant in this matchup, being Allen leaned heavily on tight end Dalton Kincaid last year. He's looking to build on a huge rookie season.
Back across the middle of Kincaid. Waltzes into the end zone.
Kincaid could be Allen's go-to this year, but we'll see. Allen has lots of new blood to work with. There's Keon Coleman, second rounder. If his game matches his personality, he's going to be a star. Slot guy Curtis Samuel makes his Bills debut as well, productive enough in Washington the last few years.
And they will use him in every capacity.
And there's Khalil Shakir, good for 600-plus yards as the Bills' fourth option basically last year, looking to be the new WR1 in Buffalo's attack.
Did a disappearing act on the tackler, looking for the end zone, and he's in.
Cardinals going to be able to harass Allen. He was one of the hardest guys to take down a year ago. Their line still employs most of the same blokes.
We lean on you guys the whole game. Let's go.
The edge battle between Buffalo's tackles, Deion Dawkins and Spencer Brown, and Zaven Collins and Dennis Gardick. Gardick led the team last year with 6 bags. Again, an area they're hoping to improve in.
In trouble, being chased by Gardick, and he fumbles the ball.
Justin Jones came over from Chicago, Bilal Nichols from Vegas. That trio looking to slow down Buffalo's James Cook. Breakout year in 2023, could see more action with the new lineup too.
He's got a touchdown on the ground and a touchdown through the air.
Cardinals linebackers he's going to test. Kaiser White. White, an underrated guy.
Rolling out to the right. Being chased by Kaiser White, and he just held on to it.
Red Sea knows their defense is a question mark. They hope their offense is more answer, though, now that Kyler's healthy again. Bills' defense also has to deal with a dual-threat dude that can pull a rabbit out of his hat in the blink of an eye.
The shotgun snap to Kyler Murray to the end zone. Opening up to make the catch.
Some of those rabbits could end up in the hands of Harrison Jr. He was their big get in the draft. Time to see if he can live up to the hype right out of the gate.
Marvin Harrison Jr., 4th overall pick.
He won't do battle with what you'd call an A-list corner this week, but that doesn't mean these guys don't have A-list games. Taron Johnson in the slot, Rasul Douglas, Christian Benford on the outside. Bills played the pass well last season, and all 3 of those guys were contributors.
It's Benford who's got it taken down. Bills take over.
Johnson, Douglas, Benford versus Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson quietly had a good rookie season for Arizona last year.
Dobbs, good
Got him
protection
again.
in the end zone.
Got him.
It's Wilson, the diving catch, and a touchdown.
The safeties Buffalo will deploy to try and help its corners. Mike Edwards, former Chief. Taylor Rapp played the pass well for the Bills coming off the bench. They've got a young and up-and-coming tight end to track as well. Trey McBride went for 800-plus yards in his second year in the league.
It is caught by McBride, and it's a touchdown.
Bills linebackers will chase him around too. Third-year guy Terrell Bernard, 3 interceptions last year, over 140 tackles.
Welcome to the league, baby. Welcome to the league.
Bernard will have to keep track of Murray's legs, of course, and James Connors, a 1,000-yard, 5-yard per run guy a year ago.
Takes the snap, turns, gives to Connor, running right, inside the 5, and Connor's in for the touchdown. What a great start for the Cardinals.
O-line he has in front of him has been retooled. A couple new guys plugged in. Their interior will be up against one of the best defensive tackles in the game. Ed Oliver racked 9.5 quarterbacks last season.
Ed Oliver, fumble ball out!
Battle on the outside, right tackle Jonah Williams makes his Cardinals debut, came over from the Bengals, and left tackle Paris Johnson versus Buffalo's A.J. Epinesa, half dozen sacks in 2023. Greg Rousseau, good for 5.
Step up in the pocket again, he goes down!
And Miller. Maybe Vaughn caught whatever bug Ferris had. Bill's hoping he shows up to class. Lots new about both these teams. Not a lot new with this bag. Still looks the same as always. And the voice that comes out of it is the same. Game preview guy back to try and not get in the way of the football contained in these previews. That's your job. Finish the work by taking to the comments section. Give everyone the battle you think will tilt the contest one way or the other. Include your prediction, of course. It should look something like these, brought to you by our panel of 10 once again. Does anyone know what Vice President Bush called this in 1980? Anyone? Something DOO economics? Welcome to the most underrated Week 1 game on the slate. Indianapolis Colts at home. Ant-Man, no quick cameos this time. Time to see you star. The way your opponent did last year. Houston Texans, the new darlings of the South, in town, looking to make an early season statement.
We punched our ticket.
C.J. Stroud, number 2 pick in the 2023 draft. Anthony Richardson, number 4 pick in the 2023 draft. Division rivals. The potential for a nice Duckworth versus Graham beef is there. Stroud looking to build off one of the most impressive rookie seasons we've ever seen from a QB.
Has him! Rock and roll! Touchdown, Houston!
Richardson coming back off his injury-shortened season. He flashed plenty of potential before he hit the shelf, though.
Richardson throws it upfield, caught by Andrew Ogletree. He's in!
Colts secondary is going to be tested in Week 1. They have to cover Nico Collins. He went for close to 1,300 yards last year.
Caught by Nico, 25-20. Rock and roll! Touchdown, Houston!
They have to cover Tank Dell. Rookie season cut to 11 games. Still racked up over 700 yards and 7 TDs.
5 touchdown! Tank Dell to the house!
And it's the Texans' debut of Stephon Diggs, of course. 6 straight years with 1,000+ yards, personality about the same size as the state of his new team.
Keeps his feet running and breaks through the contact from Go and takes it to the house. That is unbelievable by Stephon Diggs.
Diggs, Dell, and Nico up against 3 returning Colts corners. Julius Brents, he gave up a +100 rate in coverage in 2023. Jalen Jones, rate allowed near 100. And Kenny Moore, he held quarterbacks to a sub-90 rate and had 3 INTs.
Throws it upfield, picked off by the Colts on the near sideline. Kenny Moore racing for the end zone. Touchdown!
Dalton Schultz duty. Vet comes off a good season. He's the gap filler.
Caught touchdown! Dalton Schultz!
Colts pass rush has plenty of guys who could hurry Stroud. Middle of Houston's line will battle DeForest Buckner. Colts defensive tackle made the Pro Bowl last year, 8 sacks.
I ain't gonna lie to you. These new uniforms, tight as hell.
The battle on the edges. Houston's tackles, Laramie Tunsil, elite, and right tackle Titus Howard versus Indy first-round pick Laiatu Latu. He makes his NFL regular season debut. Dayo Odingbo, an 8-bag dude in 2023, and Kwity Paye, who went for 8.5.
Mayfield steps up in the pocket. He's going to try to run for it, but he's sacked. Kwity Paye.
Houston's line was a little susceptible to giving up sacks, so that is something to watch in this matchup. When Stroud needs, he has Joe Mixon to dump to as well. He's the other new piece to Houston's O-face. Good receiver out of the backfield, went for 1,400+ scrimmage yards with the Bengals.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown!
Mixon will run into 2 tackle monsters. Linebacker E.J. Speed comes off a triple-digit campaign, and his partner Zaire Franklin steps out of bed and records 2 tackles on the way to the bathroom each day. 179 takedowns for that dude last year.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Thursday, Wednesday, we We're giving out ass whoopings every day of the week.
Ground game probably takes center stage a little more when the Colts have the ball. Texans have to worry about Richardson taking off. He's one of those types.
And running right side is Anthony Richardson. Fake the reverse. Turns the corner. He's in. Touchdown.
Plus, there's JT. Colts fans hoping Jonathan Taylor's ready to dominate again after an injury-plagued year. He doesn't need an Uber to get to the game either.
Jonathan Taylor gets so tight to Quentin Nelson, it doesn't give Devin White any surface area to make that tackle.
I mean, he can. I'm just saying. He too, though, will battle linebackers with a serious case of the tackle munchies. Azeez Al-Shire makes his Houston debut after dropping over 160 ball carriers for the Titans.
He is swarmed. This is going to be a 4th and short here.
Indy's passing attack likely flows through Michael Pittman. It usually does anyway. He's their clear WR1.
Looks to his right. In the end zone throws. Michael Pittman. Touchdown. Touchdown, Michael Pittman. Ball game.
Colts will also see second-round pick Adonai Mitchell make his regular season debut. Alec Pierce will factor, 500-plus yards in 2023. And we'll see plenty of Josh Downs, a 700-plus yard cat as a rookie.
So Garrett jump. Downs is wide open. Downs. Touchdown.
Pittman, Pierce, Downs, and Mitchell versus Texans rookie cornerback Kamari Lassiter, a second-rounder, and corner Derek Stingley Jr., elite in coverage and only getting better.
It's picked off by Stingley across the 45-50.
Derek didn't travel much last year, so Pittman can avoid him if he wants. Colts tight end spot, they have Kylan Granson, Mo Alley Cox, Texan safety Jimmy Ward, who will be trying to limit them. But if their front lives up to the hype, they may not care. Big-time battle up front. Colts tackles Bernard Raymond and Braden Smith doing battle with Will Anderson and Daniil the QB Hunter. Hunter, a former Viking, racked up 16.5 quarterbacks on his way out of Minnesota.
Great play by Daniil Hunter.
Anderson, last year's Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Texans defense eating a lot today.
Isaiah McKenzie will not be returning any punts in this game, for the record. I only dropped it in to make it clear that this wasn't AI. Look, I'm not naturally intelligent, let alone artificially. Thus, the bag I must wear, which I wear with pride to preview NFL games. You are the intelligent ones. Time to show it off in the comment section. What's the key to the game? What's the score to the game? You know how it works. And part of it working is me giving way to our glorious panel of 10. The season is finally here. Like Frank said, it tastes so good. It tastes so good when it hits your lips. The Jaguars start the new season on the road, Jacksonville making the short trek to Miami to see who will have early season bragging rights across the state.
Hey, can we do our celebration that we worked on?
Dolphins and their fans, aka Doll fans, are expecting more of the same from their offense, not just for the year, but for this game. Jags defense fully aware they are drawing the most explosive passing attack in the game.
It's like a video game right now. 70 points.
And they don't just have Tua, the Cheetah, and the Penguin to worry about either. Tagovailoa is where it starts, though. He's their point guard, and the man can drop his fair share of dimes.
Fires, touchdown, Miami.
Obvious first question is, can Jacksonville's secondary keep up with Tyreek Hill?
That was dirty.
NFL players voted him the best player in the league over the offseason. Whether you agree or not, that's some serious props.
He's got Tyreek. Wow. Unbelievable.
Waddle, probably the best two in the game, or close to it.
Touchdown, Miami! It's Waddle!
Jaguars corners Tyson Campbell, who struggled versus quarterbacks in 2023, plus newcomers Darnell Savage and Ronald Darby, both free agent signees. And Tua has a new tight end in Jonnu Smith. He went for 500-plus yards in Atlanta.
Jonnu Smith at tight end wearing number 9. The new Dolphin makes the catch. And
Jacksonville's back end could really use help from its pass rush. Pressure and sacks taken, especially kryptonite-like to Tagovailoa, but it's not easy to get to him. Tackles Austin Jackson and Teron Armstead are premier, and they have a premier edge duo to try and hold at bay. Trayvon Walker on one side, double-digit bags in 2023.
Allen buried Trayvon Walker.
And there's Josh Allen on the other side, finished off 17.5 QBs.
Josh Allen got home his second sack of the game.
Making his Jaguars debut in the middle, Eric Armstead comes off a 5-sack, 12-game campaign.
He gets sacked!
Dolphins run game, sneaky elite. Raheem Mostert, 4.8 a run, league-leading 18 touchdowns on the ground last year.
Inside touchdown!
Devon Achane, rookie, hit at 7.8 a carry. He can't do that again, right?
Achane, the man. Hey, welcome back.
Mostert and Achane getting in the ring with Jaguars inside linebackers Devin Lloyd, over 100 tackles last year, and Foye Terry Tate Aluakin, over 170 tackles.
Got away and got ripped down by Aluakin.
You kill the Joe, you make some Mo. Everyone knows that. And everyone in Jacksonville knows it's their offense they're most eager to see. Trevor Lawrence got paid in the offseason, even more pressure to play like a #1 overall draft pick.
The corner started to recover. I was like, oh no.
Lawrence is going to be working with a couple new pass catchers. Gabe Davis makes his Jacksonville debut. Solid #2 in Buffalo the last few years.
Quick hitter to Gabe Davis on a slant for the touchdown!
Wide receiver Brian Thomas, Jacksonville's first rounder, should see his fair share of action.
This is exactly what you want to see from the first round pick.
Rounding out the wideout 3, Christian Kirk, 750 plus yards in 12 games.
Christian Kirk makes a catch inside the 20-yard line. Christian Kirk to the 10.
So we get Kirk, Thomas, and Davis going against Miami cornerback Kendall Fuller. Free agent signee comes off a rough year. Kader Kohou, his rough year was in Miami. And their one stalwart, Jalen Ramsey. So don't be shocked if Lawrence just avoids him.
And it's intercepted by Jalen Ramsey, his second of the ball game. And there is your MVP right there.
Trev to Evan Ingram was a common 2023 connection. Should be in this game. Tight end had a breakout season.
Died for the end zone touchdown, and Jacksonville has taken the lead.
He'll tangle with Miami safeties Javon Holland, he's a fan favorite, plus newcomer Jordan Poyer, who defected from rival Buffalo. Miami's inside linebackers will also be involved in Ingram coverage. Dolphins like what they have in David Long, and his new partner makes his Miami debut. Jordan Brooks is a major tackle monster type like Foye.
They get him, so Prescott gets sacked by Jordan Brooks.
Brooks and Long will also be tasked with keeping tabs on Jacksonville's ETN machine, hoping they can keep Travis from taking out too many withdrawals.
They pitch it to Travis Etienne. Etienne in the end zone touchdown.
Miami defensive end Zach Seiler, another guy Etienne will have to try and avoid, and so will Lawrence. Jacksonville's interior linemen are going to see what they're made of. Seiler went for 10 sacks last year.
It was Seiler. Come on.
Next to him, defensive tackle Calais Campbell, 6.5 QB takedowns.
Yeah!
Dolphins don't have outside linebacker Bradley Chubb just yet. He's hurt, which means their first rounder, Chop Robinson, should get more chances to show off.
And look at that. Chop Robinson. Welcome to South Florida.
Lawrence also has to know where Jalen Phillips is at all times. 6.5 sacks in 8 games last year. You can do the full season math, right?
His biggest play of the season.
Jaguars up 6-5 in the all-time series with Miami. There is no nickname for this rivalry. Let's get some options on the table, or in the comments section in this case, along with any keys you have and your predictions. Maybe the Frantic in the Atlantic, or the Atlantic Panic. I don't know, man. What do you want from a doof in a bag? Game preview guy back for another year of game previews. No one checks on me in here, so I'm just going to keep on going. I'm finishing my coffee. And we finish these previews once again with our panel of 10. NFL is back. Life is good. Denver Broncos on the road to kick off 2024, new QB in place. They're in Seattle to take on the Seahawks, new coaching regime in place. Mike Macdonald taking it to the streets of the Emerald City for the first time as head coach. Geno, DK, Lockett and company hoping to start the post-PC era off on the right foot.
See Mike Macdonald, 37 years old.
Slow your roll. I think that other PC era is still going. Geno Smith, back in the Seattle QB saddle, played good for them last year. The vet is well liked in the Northwest.
I got you. Money. I got you.
Geno also has his 2023 buddies to work with against the Broncos. Can hand off to Kenneth Walker, 4.1 a carry last year.
He spins out and always keeps his legs going.
And when he lets her rip, he's got the beast that is Metcalf. DK can have it his way with more than just whoppers.
In the back of the end zone, DK Metcalf.
Lockett can still pop it, had close to 900 yards last year.
Now he's going to throw the back corner. It's Tyler Lockett. He's got it.
The youngster Jackson Smith-Njigba put up 600 plus in his first campaign.
JSN, touchdown, Seahawks!
The Denver secondary Smith will try and figure out. Guys like cornerback Jaquin McMillian, third-year guy. This will be the first year he should see significant action. Cornerback Riley Moss, a second-year guy. He wasn't a starter last year, which means whoever Pat Surtain is covering may not see many targets. He's back. He's top-shelf stuff.
Looking down the field, and it is intercepted! Pat Surtain!
Brandon Jones makes his Broncos debut at safety, too. Denver had lots of problems stopping the pass last year. To slow Geno down, it would obviously help if they can harass him. Jonathan Cooper had 8 bags for him a season ago.
3rd and 11, here they come. Cooper knocked him off stride and down.
Baron Browning, another edge guy, 4.5 bags in 10 games last year. And Nick Bonito, he's so pretty, made it home 8 times.
Down he goes. It's Bonito again.
Defensive end Zach Allen found his way to 5 QBs as well. Broncos linebackers Cody Barton, he's new to the team, tackle monster type dude. Alex Singleton is 2. Both guys will also play a role in tracking Seattle tight end Noah Fant, solid dude.
Reaching for it, yes, caught. Noah Fant.
Denver's defense enters 2024 with questions that Week 1 may help answer. Their offense has some riddles to it as well. The most important, just how good is Bo Nix, the first-round pick looking to carry his preseason mojo into the regular season.
You want to give him the job now, or you still want to wait? All signs are pointing to Bo Nix.
The Seattle pass rush he's facing is pretty stacked, though. Defensive tackle Draymond Jones picked up 5 bags last year. Defensive tackle Leonard Williams will be next to him. Edge rushers Boye Mafe, 9 QB takedowns.
Standing in there in trouble, and down he goes. That was dangerous.
Also making a Seattle regular season debut, first-round pick Byron Murphy, who looks like he might be a game wrecker in the making.
And he goes nowhere. Absolutely stuck by the rookie Byron Murphy.
The battle when the ball is in the air. Cortland Sutton is Denver's top pass catcher, 10 scores a year ago.
Zips one in, wide open. Cortland Sutton.
Vet Josh Reynolds makes his Broncos debut coming over from Detroit, and Denver still has Marvin Mims, who will get more looks.
Wants to throw that way, there it is. Mims on the receiving end.
Mims, Reynolds, Sutton versus Reek, Spoon, and Trey Brown. Seattle's cornerback trio is good. Reek Woolen looks the part of a CB1, as does Devin Witherspoon. His jerseys are top sellers among Seahawks fans for a reason.
This one's picked. Back the other way, Witherspoon.
Seattle debuts a new safety in this game, Rayshon Jenkins, former Jaguar. He joins Julian Love in the back. Those two will also help try and slow Denver's running back, Javonte Williams, who some have pegged as being on the verge of a breakout.
Javonte Williams out of the backfield. Another first down. Is Denver offense moving?
Denver can go to speedster Jaleel McLaughlin, too. He won't try and guilt trip you about anything, though. Neither will I. Game preview guy here. You're not in the arms of an angel, unfortunately. You're in the hands of a goof in a bag, which is why it's so important that you raise the bar on this preview by improving it with your scores and predictions, which go in the comments section. Panel of 10, they're back. The regular season is back. Finally. Las Vegas Raiders going back to the future to start 2024. They're in Los Angeles to take on the Jim Harbaugh Chargers, and if that doesn't mean what they think it means, the upcoming season will be a disappointment.
There you go, baby. There you go, baby.
This does not qualify as an OG CHOC. Some of you know, but bottom line is Harbaugh's Bolts hiring ups the ante on how the love bug performs. Justin Herbert was handed a lot of coins. He's shown he has the potential, so let's see it.
What a stone's throw by Justin Herbert.
Raiders quarterback. Well, back in '82, he could throw a pigskin a quarter mile. And Gardner Minshew also made the Pro Bowl in 2023 with Indy, did it as a backup. Now he's in the driver's seat of their van.
Pumps. He takes the deep shot. Tucker is open. And he had to wait for it, but he came down with it.
Davante Adams, the clear star of the Vegas offense, so Minshew probably leans on him big time.
Never in my life have I dealt with this before in my life, but I'm bought in. It is what it is. We got to do what we got to do. We're going to win.
A big-time one-on-one to watch then. Adams versus Asante Samuel, Chargers top corner, and he travels.
First and goal, O'Connell. Intercepted!
Rest of the secondary, Uncle Rico's going to be staring at. Cornerback Jasir Taylor, really good year two for that kid. Corner Christian Fulton debuts as a Charger after coming over from Tennessee. And Minshew and his pass catchers are dealing with a good safety duo, Alohi Gilman and Derwin James. LA hoping their play versus the pass is decidedly improved compared to a year ago.
Wow, what a play by Gilman, who has been sensational in coverage. Their best graded cover defensive back on this team.
LA's safeties may put in some overtime in week one. Raiders have two young tight ends expected to play big roles in their offense. Michael Mayer, last year's rookie who impressed, and their first-round pick in this year's draft, Brock Bowers.
Threw it low, it was caught. That's the rookie, Brock Bowers, delivering the first down.
Vegas's pass-catching group also includes the likes of Trey Tucker, he enters his second year, and Jacoby Myers, a good number 2, right? Over 800 yards in his latest campaign.
Deep down the left sideline, open man, the 5 is Myers, catches, walks in, touchdown Raiders!
How much time will Minshew have to work with? His tackles are up against the Bosa-Mack attack. Joey Bosa, when he's on the field, he's a beast. He'll be firing off one edge.
Watch the diving sack here just before Bagent can get away. Tremendous play out of field goal range.
Khalil Mack will be coming off the other side, comes off a 17-bag year.
Unbelievable. The 6th sack for Khalil Mack, a new Chargers record.
LA defensive end Morgan Fox can be disruptive as well. 5.5 sacks in 2023. Chargers front 7 taking on Zamir White when Vegas runs. Hit at 4.3 a carry last year. This is his first chance to be the man at running back.
And up to Zamir, cuts to the right side. First down 35, Zamir White might have just salted away a Raiders win.
Speaking of the running game, Chargers offense could rely heavily on ground transportation. They have Baltimore's old offensive coordinator and both their old running backs. J.K. Dobbins, crazy potential if he can stay healthy. Gus Edwards scored 13 times last year.
Touchdown Ravens!
Edwards and Dobbins getting in the ring with Vegas linebackers Divine Diablo and Robert Spillane. Diablo a triple-digit tackle dude. Spillane 148, 3 interceptions, 3.5 sacks. Super underrated cat.
His second interception of the night!
That pair will get plenty of help from their new defensive tackle, too. Christian Wilkins makes his Raiders debut, and he isn't just a run stuffer. He's one of the best pass-rushing DTs going.
That's the 7th sack of the night.
Herbert's O-line is going to be tested because Vegas has 2 good edge guys, too. Sets up a lot of Rashawn Slater, Herbert's left tackle, and right tackle Joe Alt, LA's latest first-round pick, against Mad Max and Malcolm Kuntz. Kuntz an 8-sack guy last year. Mr. Crosby, 14.5 with a motor that never stops.
He's wrapped up in the backfield. Guess who? Max Crosby again.
So, who's Herbert throwing to when he lets it fly? Chargers don't have a clear number 1. They have a first-rounder from last year, Quentin Johnston, who they hope proves to be worthy of a first.
Across the middle, touchdown. It's Johnston.
They just drafted a lad in the second round that might help. Raiders secondary dealing with McConkey.
Fires, McConkey's got it. It's a first down. The rookie.
DJ Chark debuts as a Charger, too, and Joshua Palmer will be out there. Herbert knows him. 500-plus yards last year, 700-plus the year before.
Goes to the end zone, tipped in the air, caught Palmer, touchdown!
Vegas is hopeful they have a secondary that can hang with those dudes. Cornerback Jack Jones played well for them after coming over from New England last year. Jacorian Bennett will be out there, and they love what Nate Hobbs brings to lunch.
Zips one right through the hands and then deflected and intercepted by Hobbs.
Raiders have Marcus Epps and Trayvon Merrick at safety. What else? You take things from here. Comment section is open for business. Fill it with predictions and your keys to the game. My keys, they'll start the 2008 game preview guy Camry. Not sure what good that does anyone. And yes, I drive it with the bag on. And I'll be driving game previews all year long again. Our panel of 10 will be picking games all year long too. NFL season is back. It's a wonderful thing.